Good morning, 7K2 community. Hope you guys are all doing absolutely fantastic today. We have got lots to talk about. There is a brand new New Year's pet. There is items in the shop that they didn't tell us were in the shop that are free that you would not know unless you looked one in the shop and two in the bundle section. But let's go ahead, talk about everything. We're going to talk about the new characters. We're going to talk about the drops. Let's dig in. All right, so first off, let's talk about the free stuff. That's probably number one priority. If you go to your general shop, if you go to common, you do have the New Year's lucky pouch right here. You can buy 10 per day. I would recommend buying 10 per day. Every time you do them, you get 25 bonus Yeonhee gifts. Now, these are little tickets, which you can use to craft the new pet. Now, if you're wondering, and we'll get to the new pet, don't worry. If you're wondering, you know, oh, is that all that's free? You said there was two. There is two. Go to the pack section and go to event packs. There is actually, it's not on here right now, but there is also an event pack that you can buy for free. And it did say daily. That gives 100 maps and it gives 10 leather, 10 metal, 10, jewels. So make sure you grab that as well. A lot of people don't know about that. And, you're going to want to get in there and you're going to want to get that. Now, the New Year's Lucky Pouch right here is for 150 gems. Let's talk about this pet business because the pet is pretty cool, but also a little deceiving. So you'll see here in the crafting section, I have a field exploration crafting event, and then I have a gift crafting event. Now the gift is where you can get the new pet, which is going to be Yeonhee here. Now Yeonhee has a 30% boss proc rate as how it's described in the game. That's not actually how it is represented though. Very important for you to understand that plus 30% boss encounter does not mean you have a 30% chance to encounter the boss. What it actually means is it increases your boss counter percentage increases, right? So if you were increasing 3% each round of maps, you would increase like 4%, right? With that plus 30%. So keep that in mind because if you do want to get this pet, you get 250 of these every day from that free bundle that I showed you guys. You are going to have to pay about 27,000 rubies of the pack next to it that costs rubies in order to get this pet. It's future proof. It's a legendary pet though. It could be good for a lot of people, particularly me. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I buy the map packs. Like this could actually be really worth it for me. So you're going to have to kind of weigh whether or not it's worth it. Now we also have, you can see here, a map event going on, and you will notice that I was getting New Year coins. So when you're running your New Year's coin missions, or when you're running your field exploration event, or just any field exploration right now, you're going to get New Year's coins. There is a current event going on that also gives you maps as well. And the New Year coins are very cool as well, because not only can you craft 10 times summon tickets, you can craft one each. You can also get a legendary hero summon voucher, so you can get a free legendary hero. Once you've crafted all of those though, you can go for the Nestra armor summon or the Shane's magical blade. If you're a new player, being able to get access to a red weapon like this just from the New Year coins, if you're like a new player farming like easy maps or something, this is like a huge power like spike for you. So for a lot of new players out there, or a lot of players just starting, now would be a great time to kind of start out. I think I'm going to probably spend all of these medals on the special enhancement stones, or you can also exchange them 1-to-1 for leather, metal, gemstones. Like this is where it's also at. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm probably gonna go for a ton of damaged leather because I need a ton of leather for my builds. But right now, like this is gonna be huge. Like you should be running all of your maps. If you don't have the map pack, make sure you grab the map pack so that you can get this done. Lots going on. Now this is kind of only scratching the surface as well, because they did add tier 10 to 15 for the 4-man raid encounters. Now I've tried some of these. They are relatively difficult, and I didn't have the time to sit down and actually clear them yet. because I was gonna have to doctor my formations and kind of figure out how I was gonna do it. But keep that in mind too. If you're one of those players with a pretty high level account and you've only been grinding out the level 10s, you now have access up to level 15, and then there are also higher level multis as well. So keep that in mind. Also, if you guys are looking for a guild and you're a very high power level, you should join my Discord and tell me to join, because we do of course have the Mole Colony guild going on here. So we're not the most powerful, but we have a lot of fun and we're very active in Discord. Now, besides all of this, we did get chapter 12 releasing, which, you know, easy, normal, hard, very hard. Go farm those, get those gems. You know, maybe getting all of those free gems potentially might make it worth it for you to actually get Yeonhee as a pet, right? Because again, you need 27k free gems. You can knock that gem cost down to 22,500 if you buy the 3 packs for New Year's Day in game, but that's still 22,500 rubies, which is a lot. But again, might be worth it for you. You can see the new pet, by the way. If you go into the codex, you have to actually scroll down. She's not in the legendary section here. But you can see here, she also gives attack, defense, HP 10%, and she gives increased attack, movement speed, and field exploration by 11%. So not the worst in the world. Talking about codex though, and talking about gear, there is also a new dungeon when you've completed chapter 12. So there is going to be a new dungeon, and that new dungeon is going to give you access to the new type of gear, which is going to be the attack speed set. It is going to have some really good codex buff, so it's going to have shackle accuracy, it's going to have stun accuracy, keep going down here, it's going to have burn accuracy, it's going to have paralysis accuracy on the main kit. So if you're running any of these units that use these abilities, it's going to be very powerful and very good for you to work on that codex. Bleed accuracy, although I feel like bleed is not necessarily utilized all the time. It's also going to give shackle resistance, I believe, or that, well, that's the wrong one. Hold on, I can find it here. Here we go. It's also going to have stun resistance. Now, there is a new accessory set. It's called Nestra's Incarnation Shane's Earrings. It's going to be basic attacks and skills have a 15% chance of creating a shield equal to 150% of attack for 4 seconds. I think this is an interesting gear set. I could see this being used in like 8-mans, particularly trying to make yourself survive the attack from your 8-man raid. Very specifically, you know, Mercure is so powerful in 8-mans, not only because he's a suppressor, but because he also has that shield to survive the knockback in higher level play. So I could see this actually being pretty useful in those situations as well. Now that we've talked about all of that, there's still more stuff that's going on and coming out this week. But let's talk about the new units, because I think there's a lot of people who want to know about the new units. And the new unit here that we're going to be looking at first is the 3-tailed fox Yuri. Now, Yuri is not a must chase apparently from everything that I've heard. She's a legendary plus, ranged. She's an arena unit. Her big thing is that she charms. So when an enemy is charmed, they're going to become charmed for 8.7 seconds and attack allies. Her ultimate deals defense ignoring damage equal to 30% of attacks to all enemies within a circular range. So she's going to be very focused on, very similar to, you know, other ranged units doing that circle large AoE. Flame of Silence will deal that AoE in a circular range of 6 meters. 3-tailed Spark, again, damage within a circular range, and it decreases the target's defense in an AoE. Alluring Dance deals damage equal to 60% of attacks to target. 100% chance of charming the target. Become charmed for 8.7 seconds and attack allies. And then her passive is a revive passive, so it revives her with 58% of max HP, resets all cooldowns, increases attack by 21% for 15 seconds, increases the ultimate skill gauge by 61%. So I could see, you know, potentially setting like 2 revive accessories. I'm not sure how they stack together, or maybe some other accessories that increase ultimate skill gain. Maybe she revives and she pops her ultimate. I'm not sure how amazing she's going to be, but she does look interesting. The other hero we're getting is Daybreak Thunder Dragon Linnae, and I feel like with all legendary heroes, we're going to get them eventually. And I literally feel like Daybreak Thunder Dragon Linnea's only reason for existence, because it says the content is for 4-player raid. I literally feel like the only reason she exists is to potentially do 4-man on the first dungeon with the pirate guy as a suppressor. I feel like that's the only reason she exists. And even then, you know, do I really need her if I can just pop my pet and immortal through it and then kill him? That's going to be the question that we're going to find as I try and raise through the rankings here. But her ultimate, of course, has boss suppressor with it. Retribution deals damage equal to 3,600 of attack distributed among all enemies in a straight line. Chain lightning deals damage equal to 482% of attack to enemies within a circular range. 100% chance of decreasing the target's movement speed and attack speed, while also increasing her own attack speed. Deals damage equal to 397% of attack to all enemies within a semicircle in front of the caster, with an addition to shock. I'm not sure what combo skill is. I'm not sure if that means you're using 2 skills in chain, or if you proc a combo. I'm a little unsure what this means. It says 1 additional combo skill becomes available. I imagine maybe it's like you hit the skill and then a different skill pops up over it and then you can hit the skill again. But that one deals damage equal to 772% of the attack to the targets and deals additional damage equal to 658% of attack to shock targets. Furious Strike charges at the target and deals damage equal to 482% of attack to all enemies within a circular range around the target. Of course, shocking and pulling. And then to feel her passive deals defense ignoring damage equal to 260% of attack to all shocked enemies within a circular range around the caster. So maybe she has some PvE utility if you can shock enemies. Little bit interesting, very AoE focused. But again, I don't think they are currently must-have, must-chase units, and I don't think that you really need to like charge in there hardcore. There is a new pet as well, but again, that's a Lego Plus pet, and let's be honest, none of us are getting them damn Lego Plus pets. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. If you want more 7K2 content, let me know, and I will catch you guys all next time.